on as TCI Cable brings you Glenbard football. It's homecoming weekend 1987. And the Hilltoppers and the Red Devils of Hinsdale Central will do battle here on kind of a gray fall day. We had expected perhaps some sunny skies, but the weatherman is not cooperating with us. This afternoon, Hinsdale Central will enter the game at 2-2 in the conference, 3-3 overall. Glenbard West 1-2 in the conference, 3-3 overall. Glenbard West has had a tough time the last 2 weeks on the road, and they've had 2 straight losses. They hope to be able to recover from that this week against Hinsdale Central. We'll have to see. We're about ready to start playing football. Ball comes down at about the 10-yard line. That's picked up by number 87, Dave Omholt. And Omholt brings the ball across the 30 to about the 31-yard line, 1st and 10 for Hinsdale Central. The Hinsdale Central offense, the quarterback is number 15, Tony Coffey. He's 6'1", 190, a senior. The fullback is number 36, P.H. Nafa. He's 5'8", 190, also is a senior. 2 halfbacks, number 42, Pete Calander, 5'10", 190, a senior. And a junior halfback, number 45, Dan Tumbleson. He's 5'9", weighs 170. Full house backfield being shown by Hinsdale Central. Motion now by Tumbleson. Handoff coming to the left side. Ball carries number 42, Calander is the ball carrier.
Correction, that's not number 42. Ken Hansick is injured. It's number 42, Doug Ellinger.
Coffey has him back now. Two backs in the backfield. They hand to the first man. No, Coffey keeps on the
number 15
play action. Coffey, right side, picks up a couple on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 8. 3rd and 8 for Hinsdale Central.
34-yard line, 3rd down and 8.
Ball moves to the 34. Now they go back to the full house backfield. Again, motion. Coffey back to pass, looks downfield, has a receiver open, and he hits Calander. And Calander on his feet into a Hilltopper territory down at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 1st down, Hinsdale Central.
Run number 50, Scott Jason Barabas, and number 42, Doug Ellinger, with the quarterback, was right on the quarterback for Hinsdale.
32-yard gain for Hinsdale, 1st down.
Coffey now brings them back out. They go back to the full house, showing motion this time from number 34. That's Pete Whitwer.
72.
Brought down by number 72, Pete Galvin.
They move up the field with P.H. Nafa on the carry. He picks up 4 on the play. We'll call it 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down 7. Deuce backfield now. Wing back in the slot. Coffey barks it out for Hinsdale Central. Turns, he's going to pass, play action, rolls this side, near side, being pursued and tackled by Ellinger. Ellinger nails him.
Number 42, Doug Ellinger.
Doug Ellinger is a senior, 6'2", 185-pounder.
Big guy.
3rd loss on the play brings up 3rd down 15 for Hinsdale Central.
Correction in your program, Doug Ellinger is number 42 today, and Glenn Fowler is number 86 for the Hilltoppers.
Coffey now brings them back out. They stay with the Deuce backfield. Hand off to the first back through the hole. He's snowed by the middle of the Hilltopper line.
Jeremy Bargill.
Bargill with the stop. It'll bring up 4th down 15. No gain on the play. Gain of maybe about a half yard, not much. And it doesn't look like Hinsdale will punt.
Jeremy Bargill is 6'3", 235 pounds.
Well, now we see punting formation as puck drops back to kick for Hinsdale Central.
Flags on the
And
field.
we have a flag on the play. So while the officials talk about it just a bit, back deep to receive that punt from Hinsdale Central will be number 21, Tom Zurawski. The ball another 5 yards back. It's 4th down and 20. Not that that's going to matter all that much. Zurawski back to receive the punt from Puck. Ball is in the air, and it is going to hit and go out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. He'll triple back behind him. Movement by the right side, somewhere on the right side there for Hinsdale Central. Hinsdale Central will get the 5-yarder, move it back, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 14 for Hinsdale Central.
And the Hinsdale offense and defense is pretty healthy, Scott, this week. No real big problems out there. They're pretty healthy, and Coach says they've got a pretty good chance. It's going to be a good contest.
As far as the records are concerned, both teams fairly even.
2nd down and 14.
Hinsdale Central, the benefactor of a little bit better record in the conference.
Yeah, no, he's great.
Coffee now with the deuce backfield. Takes the snap. Coffee keeps the ball.
Coffee
Tries right side. This is the 2nd time they've tried that play. Both times, nothing going as far as the Central Red Devils are concerned.
Brought down by number 50, Scott. Jason Barabbas, 6 foot, 190. He's a junior.
About 13 from the 30. Correction, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down play. 3rd down 12. So a pickup of a couple by Hinsdale Central. Last time they had 3rd and long. They connected on a 35-yard pass play. No pass this. Yes, nice disguising of the ball by Coffey, but the pass was short. The intended receiver was Pat Petrie.
Pass coverage by number 41, Chuck Vinkus.
Vinkus on the coverage. Pass was short. And it'll bring up 4th down and 12 to go for Hinsdale Central. Puck will be back to punt.
Number 12, Scott Puck back to punt for Hinsdale.
Puck to punt. Puck to punt. Say that 5 times real fast, you might get in trouble. He has the ball. Kick is off. Ball hits in Hilltopper territory.
Hinsdale downs the ball at the 38-yard line.
The 40-yard line. At the 38,
31-yard punt.
10 for the Hilltoppers.
For the Hilltoppers from the 38.
Boy, number 44, Scott Pat Petrie. Number 87, David Amholt, racing down there on the kickoff coverage for the Hinsdale Central Red Devils.
Duke at quarterback, Wagner in motion, and we have a penalty flag down. Might be a false start by the offense. We'll see as they talk about it. Illegal procedure against Glenbard West. That'll move them back 5. It'll bring up 1st down, 15.
Number 14 going in, Matt Joslin, 5'10", 180.
Ball's at the 30, just short of the 35-yard line, around the 34.5. Wagner in the slot. Motion by Glenbard West as Duke pulled out without the ball as center Rob Morris. And he perhaps had a bit of confusion on the snap count. Another 5 yards, and it'll bring up a 1st down and 20 for Glenbard West.
First down and 20 at the 29.
Ball moves back to the 29-yard line. Clock rolls with 2 minutes, 51 seconds remaining. First quarter, no score. Hinsdale Central, Glenbard West, pitch back to Zurawski. He cuts inside, picks up some nice yardage, gets the penalty yardage back, and it'll bring up the 2nd down and 9 for Glenbard West.
Brought down by number 13, John Smith, 6 foot, 164, a senior.
2nd down and 9.
So pickup of 11 yards for Zurawski on the pitch and go.
He just grabbed around the legs and brought him down.
2-9, the count, 2-9. Duke. As the handoff is to Zurawski.
Number 21, Zurawski, the ball
Zurawski over the
carrier.
right side.
Stopped by number 58.
Brought down by number 58, Matt Rafferty, 6'2", 205.
Ball at a 44-yard line.
Ball's at the 44-yard line, 3rd down and 5.
We'll call it 3rd and 5 for Glenbard West. Still in their own territory. A couple of miscues on the first down plays, but Duke's got him cooking now just a little bit better. Let's see what happens this time. Pulls the handoff out. The intended receiver is number 83, Jay Charlin. He had to turn around and try and get the ball. It was thrown behind him, and he couldn't adjust quite quick enough. And the ball goes off his shoulder, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 5 for the Hilltoppers. We'll see Harbor into punt again.
Number 11, David Peak on the pass coverage.
Into punt for the Hilltoppers, number 12.
Number
Rob
45,
Harper.
Dan Tumbleson. And number 34, Pete
Number 34,
Whitwer.
Pete Whitwer.
Back deep to receive the punt from Harbor for Hinsdale
And
Central.
number 45, Dan Tumbleson. to receive
Harbor
it.
has the ball, gets it off. A spiraling punt. It's going to roll and down into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20 for Hinsdale Central.
56-yard punt for Rob Harper.
A nice punt by Harbor. Too bad he couldn't got some of that
from the 20.
reverse action on the ball. Could have stuck him back there deep, but it wasn't the case. Ball rolls into the end zone for the touchback.
Outside pressure on the punt.
Some pretty decent pressure by Hinsdale Central on the punt. Okay, Coffee brings them back out again. Coffee, Naffa, Killander, and Tumbleson in the backfield for Hinsdale Central. And off, first back through the hole, number 36, P.H. Naffa.
Number 36,
Changes direction,
Naffa on the
goes
carry.
around the right side,
Stopped by
picks up
number
about
31, Ryan
2,
Sweet.
maybe 3 yards on the play. We'll
Gain
call it
about 3,
2nd down, 7.
Looks like number 72, Pete Galvin, 6', 230, really delights in his job of bringing down the running back.
Any of those defensive players like that kind of stuff. They like to go out and hit people. Defense is fun. Boom. Bang. Pow. Hit. Boom.
Sounds like Batman.
Coffee brings them out again. A little confusion on the
Handoff to number
handoff.
36, Naffa.
Naffa, the running back, gets the handoff, but he and Coffee kind of collided at the line of scrimmage.
Also
Brought down by number 76, Jeremy Bargill, number 88, Andy Alcorn.
3rd down and 6.
Alcorn is the senior captain of this Glenbard West Ball Club, 6'4", 215-pounder. Nice size kid. He'll get some attention.
Well, you gave what they got to get it.
Brings up a 3rd down situation. 3rd down and long 6 for Hinsdale Central. In their own territory as the clock's winding down toward the completion of this first quarter. Coffee rolls, hands off to the second back through, and that's Pete Killander, 5'10", 190 pounds.
Brought down by number 22, Scott, for the Glenbard Hilltoppers. Tom Zurawski, he hit him right at the knees and brought him down.
We have a player nicked for
Timeout.
Glenbard West.
Glenbard West.
West's Pete Galvin looks like he may have been nicked just a bit on that play, but appears that he'll be staying in the contest. Ellyn is coming out of the contest. This will bring up a 4th down and 5 for Hinsdale Central. Ball is at the 25-yard line. 4th and 5 at the 25, and we'll see a punt, as I anticipate that we'll see Puck into the lineup for Hinsdale Central.
Nice cheerleaders out there.
And as always, Dave notices the cheerleaders. I wasn't aware that they were even here at this point. Action's on the field, Dave. That white lines out there.
4th down
Okay,
and
gotta
5,
watch.
number
Okay.
12. Scott Puck into punt for Hinsdale.
Zurawski back deep for Glenbard West. Looks like Wagner back there also. And number 50, Jason Barabas. And the punt comes down. That's Wagner with the ball. Gets across the 50-yard line, stacked up at about the 47, where he's snowed by Hinsdale Central.
Jim Sage sack among others.
Well, a lot of people on the tackle. Scott, number 63 for Hinsdale.
For the Hilltoppers.
Mike Anderson, number 44. Pat Petrie, and number 60, Jim Zychek, 6'3", 227 pounds.
That wraps up the first quarter of action. They've reset the clock with 12 as the teams exchange ends of the field. And things moving rather quickly here in our contest this afternoon. Glenbard West and the Hilltoppers in a scoreless battle right now with the Hinsdale Central Red Devils. And we're going to get right back at it right away, so we won't take a timeout here. We'll try and get a break here as soon as we can.
Happy birthday if this is your birthday.
All right, we've changed ends of the field. Glenbard West with Duke. At the cue, in motion, is Wagner.
Head off to number 21, Tom Zurawski.
Zurawski with the ball, gets the ball around the 40-yard line.
Up to the
Brought down by number 58, Matt Rafferty, 6'2", 205.
Pickup of 7 on the play, second down, 3 coming for the Hilltoppers.
A lot of beef on the Hinsdale lineup there, Scott.
So Wagner in the slot, the handoff to Zurawski, stacked up in the backfield. Low loss of about a yard on the play. It'll bring up a third down and 4 for Glenbard West.
Brought down by number 46.
As just outside of the 40-yard line, about the 41.
Mike Strode. He hit him right at the knees and brought him down.
Good penetration by the Hinsdale Central defense on that play. Third down play. Third down 4 for Glenbard West. See Duke at the cue. Hands off to Zurawski. Zurawski over the left side. Ball to the 35-yard line. And it'll be enough for a first down. First and 10. Hilltoppers.
Brought down by number 51, Keith Wilson, 6'2", 202. He's a senior.
Matt Joslin was in the lineup, comes back out. Vondrak and Zurawski in the backfield. Split. Now comes in motion. And we have movement by the Hilltoppers. It appears that Galvin moved ahead of the snap count, but we'll have to see because Hinsdale Central is popping through there too. And that is illegal procedure by the Hilltoppers. The third time that's been called on them so far this afternoon. It moves it back 5 yards, and it'll be a first down and 15 for Glenbard West. A little confusion there as Wagner moved over to the far side, then came near side in the slot, then started to go back in motion. Things seemed a little jumbled up there on that trigger as far as that first down play was concerned. So the penalty is assessed, first down 15 for Glenbard West. And we have another penalty as it appears that Galvin again may have moved just a tad early. They'll move it back another 5. Perhaps Ostrowski on the penalty.
If that hadn't been a penalty, Scott, number 51, Keith Wilson, at 202 pounds, would have had that quarterback nailed.
Brings up a first down and 20. They're moving the wrong way to ball now at the 46-yard line. They have to get all the way to the 25 for a first down. First and 20. You don't win many football games starting first and 20. 10 minutes remaining. Clock rolling. Second quarter. Handoff is to Mike Vondrak.
Brought down by number 75, Don Kriak.
Vondrak on the carry out of the fullback hole.
Don Kriak, number 75, on the stop.
Picks up about, we'll pick up about 4 on the play. Brings up second down and 16 for Glenbard West. Ball at the 41-yard line. Duke goes back to pass, sets up, gets it out to Zurawski. And And Zurawski runs out of bounds.
Complete to number 21, Tom Zurawski.
Zurawski goes out of bounds.
They have a Hinsdale player down, Scott, on the sidelines.
On the contact on the out of bounds. They'll call the Hinsdale Central training staff over as they take a look at the player. We have a third down play coming, a 3rd down and 8 for Glenbard West, 3rd and 8, as the ball is sitting at the 34, 33 yard line between the two.
All right, we're third down territory again, bud. We're on the 34.
Zurawski took the pass, kind of a screenplay, and moved upfield. And now they're attending to the Hinsdale Central player on the sidelines, number 11, who is Dave Peak. Peak is back up, moving toward the Hinsdale Central sideline on his
Ball from the
on his own.
34-yard line, 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 8 for Glenbard West. Scott Wagner. Jason Duke's the quarterback. Duke sets up the pass. Looked like it was going to be a handoff to Zurawski. He and Zurawski collided. Now Zurawski has the ball, and Zurawski moves upfield toward the 25-yard line. It's going to be close to a 1st down for Glenbard West.
Brought down by number 58, Matt Rafferty, 6'2", 205. They came like two freight trains and collided and hit.
Timeout for a measurement.
They'll measure it now as the ball is just nosing the 25-yard line. Looks like it could very well be a 1st down, at least from the angle we have here. It looks like the Hilltoppers have picked up that 1st down.
Oh,
They have the sticks out, and they're going to measure for the 1st down. Ooh, does that look close? They call it a 1st down just by the nose of the ball. 1st down, Hilltoppers at the 25. Ball just nosing the 25-yard line. So what looked like it might have been a broken play as it started to develop ends up to be a gainer for a 1st down for the Hilltoppers, and they have 1st and 10 at the 25, threatening to score here with 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the half. West Hilltoppers. Duke takes the ball, hands off to Zurawski. Zurawski nailed in the backfield, and on 2nd effort, moves it forward just a bit across the 25-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 1 on the play, bring up 2nd down and 9.
Scott, number 75, Don Kriak, 6', 186, initially made the tackle, but however could not hold on. Number 46, Michael Strode, did make the tackle, brought him down, 5'11", 180.
Zurawski was really pumping on that one. It was pure 2nd effort that gained the yard and avoided the loss. Hilltoppers moving a little bit better now. Duke back to pass, hit just as he throws it, and the intended receiver down there is number 42, Doug Ellinger.
Complete intended for number 42, Ellinger.
Pass coverage by number 34 for Hinsdale, Pete Whitwer, 5'7", 150, a junior.
Pass incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down play, 3rd down 9 for the Hilltoppers. Ball just inside the 25-yard line.
Number 83, Jay Charlin in for Glenbard.
Charlin plays out of the tight end slot opposite Alcorn. And being Wagner, they hand off. No, they fake the handoff to Zurawski. Pass to 22, Wagner. He's down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal on a fine catch by Scott Wagner running out of the slot. And the pass from Duke to Wagner converts a 1st down and goal inside the 1 for the Hilltoppers.
He nailed him. Nice pass.
And a good catch, a great catch by Scott Wagner. You'll probably see Zurawski with the ball in the backfield right now as Matt Joslin, but expect to see Zurawski, Wagner in motion, handoff to Zurawski, touchdown Glenbard West.
Over for the Hilltopper, touchdown.
Over the right side as Zurawski got the ball as we thought, and he nails it for the TD. 6-0 our score with 7:31 remaining in the 1st half.
Good big hole, Scott, on that.
They opened it up. He just kind of waltzed right in there, sashayed into the end zone. 7:31 and the half is remaining. Is Scott Landry in to attempt the extra point. Kick is up and no good.
Kick is no good.
Snap was a little bit late coming down. 7:31 remaining, 6-0 is our score, and we'll take our first time out of the afternoon. This is Glenbard football on TCI Cable Sports. Red Devils of Hinsdale Central. Ball is going to come down short, taken by number 42. That's Pete Killander, and Killander gets the ball about the 30, gets about to the 35-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10, Red Devils.
Number 41, Scott for the Hilltoppers, Chuck Vinkis, 5'8", 155, on the charge to stop the Hinsdale advance.
Ball is down at the, now they spotted it about the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Red Devils with 7:17 remaining here in the first half. 6-0 our score. Coffee, the quarterback, hands off to the fullback, number 40, the halfback, number 42, Pete Killander, 5'10", 190-pound senior from Hinsdale Central. Picks up, we'll call it about 6 on the play, brings up 2nd down 4.
Brought down by number 61, Mike Thornton for Hinsdale. For Glenbard, rather, I'm sorry. Number 61 for Glenbard, which is Mike Schulte, 6'3", 210 pounds.
Schulte on the tackle for Glenbard West. Forgot to flip the page. Coffee at the cue. Motion is shown by number 34 for Hinsdale Central. Hit just as he throws the ball. Coffee gets nailed as he lets the pass go. In motion was number 34, Pete Whitber, and Whitber was the intended receiver. We have a flag on the play. Flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. And it looks like defensive pass interference. And that'll be enough for a 1st down, I'm sure. 1st and 10. Hinsdale Central as they move into Hilltopper territory. Ball is at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st down for Hinsdale. 43-yard line.
Ball at the 43. 6:25. Clock stops on the penalty. It'll roll now with the snap. Handoff. Coming to the right side for Hinsdale Central is Killander. Killander's 5'10", 190. I think we told you that a little bit earlier.
Brought down by number 31, Scott Brian Sweet, and number 50, Jason Barabas.
6 minutes and counting. First half. 6-0 is our score. Hinsdale Central breaks the huddle. Center Tim Renahan out over the ball. Should run down that front line for you for Hinsdale Central. Spin move. Play action pass by Coffee. Sets up, throws it way downfield. The intended receiver, we're going to have pass interference as the intended receiver, number 87, Dave Omholt, is held up at about the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Hinsdale Central.
Number 86, Chris D'Alessio for the Hilltopper.
That's a tough penalty. That's a tough penalty to take because the ball was thrown short. The receiver stopped up, and the D-back just kind of ran up him.
Boy, D'Alessio, number 86, had that quarterback in his.
Vaughn
Fowler, number 86.
Another pass interference play. That's the 2nd straight pass interference play against the Hilltoppers. Ball is going to be at the, they placed the ball at the 24, so it'll be 1st and 10. Motion early by the backfield, but no call.
Brought down by number 50, Jason Barabas.
Coffee kept the ball.
Gain of about 4, call it 2nd and 6 from the 23.
At front line for Hinsdale Central is Mark Anglin at one of the guards, Matt Rafferty at the other guard. The tackles are Rotan and Wilson. Coffee with the ball, sticks it in, then pulls it back out. And intended receiver on the play is Pat Petrie.
Number 76, Jeremy Bargill, 6'2½", 235 pounds. Got in there, wrapped his arms around the Hinsdale quarterback, brought him down.
Interesting play. What happens, the quarterback, Coffee, tucks the ball, then pulls it back out right away, and then tries that little flip pass over the middle of the line. The intended receiver, Petrie, was kind of hung up in traffic and didn't have a chance to get the ball. It wasn't real well thrown either. Third down play, third down and six for Hinsdale Central. Motion coming your way. It's number 45. That's Dan Tumbleson. They try the screen, and there's going to be a loss on the play.
Complete to number 42.
Complete pass, but no good for anything.
Number 65, James Redmond, 210 pounds, charging against that Hinsdale quarterback.
Loss on the play of about 5-6 yards. So it's going to set up a 4th down and 11 for Hinsdale Central. The ball is at the 26, just short of the 27-yard line. And we'll see a field goal attempt by Hinsdale Central. Goal is Quinn Mentone. The kick is up, and it is good.
Field goal is good by Quinn Mentone, number 14.
A 44-yard field goal for
44-yard field goal.
Hinsdale Central. That puts them on the board, notches the score 6-3. And a tight contest shaping up here. Glenbard West and the Red Devils of Hinsdale Central will be back. 4 minutes, 2 seconds left right after here is Quinn Mentone. 5'11", 172-pound junior kicker for Hinsdale Central, who just kicked that 44-yarder. Putting Hinsdale Central on the board, gets ready to kick off, skips to the ball, bang, hits it. And it'll come down, and nobody wants to seem to pick it up. Finally picked up at about the 9-yard line, and on the play, the Hilltoppers from Glenbard West had a great run back by Chuck Venkis. For a while there, it didn't look like anybody wanted the ball. Then Venkis finally kind of cued it down and said, hey, I'll take it and run with it. And he has a great run back.
For the Hilltoppers, it's a 37-yard
Number 87, David Amholt, 5'11", 165 for Hinsdale on the tackle.
Ball spotted at the 37, 1st and 10. Score. Pitch back to Zurawski, looking for running room inside, and he picks up about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Brought down by number 34, Pete Witter, 5'7", 150. He just grabbed him around the bottom of the legs and brought him down.
Nice ankle tackle by Whitwer. Pick up a 4 on the play. We'll call it 2 and 6 for the Hilltoppers. Alumni of Glenbard West over the years. And on the reverse, Wagner.
Number 22, got Wagner, stopped by number 12.
Brought down by number 51, Keith Wilson, 6'2", 202 pounds.
Nice gainer by Wagner as he came in motion, took the handoff and came over the left side, made himself a bunch of yards, gets into Hinsdale Central territory where it's 1st and 10. Handoff to Zurawski. Zurawski battles across the 40.
Wilson, there's a flag at the field.
And we have a flag on the play as it's completed.
Brought down by number 51, Keith Wilson, and number 60, Jim Zychek, 6'3", 227 pounds.
Ball is at the 39-yard line. We have a head hit. And the ball on the personal foul moves 15 yards, and that'll take it all the way inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. 24-yard line, 1st and 10. The running backs, the wing back is Wagner. Same play going the other way. Wagner across the 10 near the 5-yard line. Looks like he's out of bounds at the 6, and it'll be 1st and goal for Glenbard West.
John Smith, Scott, number 13, 6', 164, made the initial contact. Number 12, Scott Puck, 6', 187, brought him down.
Doggone, they just ran that play to the near side and then turned right around and run it to the far side, and Wagner goes crazy.
A complete fake out.
Obviously, Hinsdale Central wasn't looking for it. Wagner in motion again. Will we see it come back this way? No, Zurawski runs the ball and gets up near the 2-3 yard line. It'll be second down and goal.
You're on the 1.
Zurawski looked like he had the momentum built, and then all of a sudden, somebody kind of just dragged him down. Bang, he was there.
Ball's marked at the 1 yard line, 1.5 yard line. Timeout, Hilltoppers.
They have the ball marked between the 1 and the 2 yard line. It'll be second down and 2. We'll call it for the touchdown.
Number 11 for Glenbard, Jason Duke, back into combat.
Duke came over to the sideline to talk with head coach Jim Covert, see what they want to do. Expect to see Zurawski handle the ball, I would imagine. He's their bread and butter runner. In last week's contest, Zurawski had, no, he couldn't have 495 yards in 1 week. Could he? That must be wrong. I'll have to look at it. He one tired dude. That was it. That may have been.
Freight train shuffle.
Timeout is being completed. That was occasioned by a piece of equipment having to be fixed.
Kind of woody.
Hands off to Zurawski. Touchdown, Glenbard West.
For the Hilltoppers, touchdown.
I told you Zurawski would handle the ball, went over right tackle guard, and put it in the end zone for the TD. It's 12-3 with 1:59 remaining first half. And we have timeout called by Glenbard West. I think they might want to be talking about whether or not they'll go for the 2.
Number 13, Scott, for Hinsdale, John Smith, 6'1", 164. If you look at his helmet, he has little horns like a red devil's painted on the side of his helmet.
They all do. They all do. They all have those little horns. Red Devil helmets.
That makes sense, Red Devil.
I'm surprised you missed that. The cheerleaders down there throwing passes. Little footballs.
Oh, brother.
1:59 seconds remaining in the half. Here's our shot from the whatchamacallit blimp looking out over Glenbard West Lake Ellyn piece of property behind the high school.
Beautiful shot.
We flew that in special for today's game. Beautiful fall scenery out there along the sides of the lake. Obviously, we're trying to fill before the timeout is over. Now we're back at it. That's one of Scott Cherry's famous blimp shots. They're going to go for 2. Stops it up. Hands off to Zurawski. 2-point conversion. 14-3 is our score. We have 1:59 remaining in the first half. We'll be back right after. Here with 1:59 remaining. 14-3 is our score in favor of Glenbard West. It's their homecoming, 1987. And the ball is in the air as the kickoff is made by Kevin Cashman. Cashman gets the ball downfield. He's also in there on the tackles. Cashman, a busy boy. As it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils.
A lot of green on the tackle, Scott. Number 14, Matt Joslin, and number 30, Kevin Cashman on the kickoff defense.
Ball's at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for Hinsdale.
Ball at the 33.
Number 41, Chuck Venkus, coming off the field.
Motion. That's number 45, Tumbleson. Coffee back to pass, and he's going to be snooed under.
Number 42.
Number 42.
A loss on the play.
Doug Ellyn on the sack.
Ellyn just wrapped around him and brought him down like a big bear hug.
Ball goes all the way back to
Ball's marked about the 22-yard line.
22.
2nd down and 21.
Brings up 2nd down, 21 for Hinsdale Central. Hilltoppers fired up after that touchdown and 2-point conversion. They put them up on top, 14-3. We're under a minute for the first half. number 2, actually quarter number 3, as Hinsdale Central will be kicking off. Our score is 14-3. The Hilltoppers on top on this one. And we're going to get back at it as Quinn Mentone is ready to kick off. That's Brian Sweet and number 41, Chuck Venkus. Venkus takes the ball at about the 5-yard line. Gets it upfield across the 30 to about the 32. First and 10, Hilltoppers.
Brought down by number 43, Eric Marone, 5'6", 181, a junior.
So we met the homecoming queen in her court. They're all sitting down over here to our left. And to figure out how to keep Dave in the booth up here. Very attractive young ladies. As the handoff goes to Zurawski.
Zurawski, the ball carrier, stopped by number 60.
Brought down by number 60, Jim Zychek, 6'3", 227, a junior.
On the play, second and 10.
Glenbard West offense has Duke, Vondrak, Zurawski, and Wagner at the skill positions, with Andy Alcorn and Jay Charlin as the tight ends. Across the front, it's Bargill, Schulte, Boris, Ostrowski, and Galvin. Duke at the cue, Deuce backfield. In motion, that's Matt Joslin. Hand off to Zurawski as they stick with Zurawski on the ground.
Over the 35-yard line.
Second down and 10 play. We'll move the marker to 3 and call it 7.
Brought down by number 75, Scott Don Krehak, 6 foot, 186.
Third down, 7 play. Ball across the 35-yard line at the 36. And Jason Duke is tackled in the backfield. And that's going to be near where they started this series of downs, and he'll bring up a 4th down and 10 for Hilltoppers.
Brought down by number 63, Mike Anderson, 5'8", 170. Grabbed him around the ankles and brought him down.
Looks like there might have been a mix-up on the handoff on that one.
The Hilltoppers, number 12, Rob Harbour.
Rob Harbour is into punt for Glenbard West. Punt is off. High punt. It'll come down and covered there by number 34, Pete Whitwer, at the 47, 48-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for Hinsdale Central.
Doug Ellyn covering the punt.
Number 42, Doug Ellinger on the coverage for the Glenbard defense.
So the green and white D back on the field there now. Touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. Coffee spins, tosses the ball out. It's intercepted by number 30, Kevin Cashman, as he tipped the ball, and the tackle is made by Coffee.
Number 15, Coffee, Tony Coffee, 6'1", 190.
Kind of a nonchalant pass by Coffee. It was tipped in the air by Cashman. Stayed up in the air long enough for him to get back underneath it and intercept it. And he moves the ball all the way down to the 29-yard line. First and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Pitch back to Zurawski. Zurawski makes a nice couple of moves. Gets to the 23-yard line. Pick up a 6 on the play, brings up second down 4.
Brought down by number 58, Scott Matt Rafferty, 6'2", 205.
Rafferty also plays guard on the offense.
Number 14 for Glenbard, Matt Joslin in and to the combat.
Shows motion. Hand off to Zurawski. Zurawski slips a tackle and gets into the defensive backfield. Actually, the linebackers have to stack him up. And the ball is far enough ahead for a first down, and it's
first down for Glenbard West.
At the 17, first and 10.
Brought down by number 34 for the Hinsdale Red Devils, Pete Witter, 5'7", 150, and number 50.
Motion shown again by Wagner. Vondrak, the ball carrier, and he snakes his way along, running low to the ground.
Stopped by number 46.
Gets the ball inside the 15-yard line.
Ball's marked at the 13-yard line.
Ball at the 13.
Second and 6.
Call it second 6. 3. Hand off to Zurawski. He looks for a place to run. Fumble on the play, and the ball comes out. Hinsdale Central covers it.
Fumbles the ball.
Number 36, P.H. Naffa.
Naffa covers the ball on the turnover. So exchange of turnovers here by the Red Devils and the Hilltoppers. Puts the ball back in the hands of Hinsdale Central.
13.
Ball is 1st and 10 at the 13. Clock winds, 7:30 remaining. Third quarter, 14-3 our score.
Number 40.
In motion is number 45. That's Tumbleson. They try to go over the right side, pick up maybe a yard on the play. 2. Well, actually a little bit more. It's about 3 yards on the play. We'll call it second down, 7.
Ball carrier stopped by Bargill and Barabas. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Coffee goes back to pass, sets up, throws downfield, overthrows his receiver.
Pass is incomplete, intended for number 44, Pat Petra.
Petrie was the intended receiver. Too high.
Number 22, Scott Wagner on the coverage.
Number 44,
Third down
Pat
and
Petrie, 5'10", 190, on the pass coverage. On the pass.
Out of the backfield is Tumbleson. Ball is flipped out here.
Coffey's
Near
pass
side.
to number 87, David Amholt.
Amholt is the receiver.
Brian Sweet, the stop.
Gets the ball across the 20-yard line. It
Ball
was about
marked
the
at 21 yard
21.
line. 4th down and a long 1.
4th and 1.
Brought down by number 31, Brian Sweet.
Wagner and Zurawski back deep. The punt is blocked. And the ball is going to be down at the 5-yard line as Ellyn made the block of the punt.
Blocked by Ellyn.
And Coffee was just Puck was real slow and getting the punt off. Ellyn was in all over him. Ball is 1st and goal at the 5 for the Hilltoppers. So another turnover. Top by 11. Hand off to Zurawski. Gets just across the 5-yard line to around the 4.
Brought down by number 58, Matt Rafferty. Got him in a big bear hug and brought him down.
Brings up 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line for the Hilltoppers. Jocelyn brings the play in from Coach Covert. Discussed it with Jason Duke. And they bring him out, see what they can do on this play. Zurawski with the ball over the right side and stacked up at the 1-yard line.
Zurawski stopped just short. Number 51, Keith Wilson, the stop.
Stacked at the 1. Looks like they'll spot the ball about the half-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd down and goal for the Hilltoppers.
202-pound number 51, Keith Wilson for Hinsdale on the stop.
Expect to see Zurawski with the ball. Zurawski gets it near the goal line. Touchdown! Hilltoppers! Brings the score to 20-3 for Glenbard West. The extra point
The extra point, number 63, Scott Landry.
will be tried by number 63, Scott Landry, to move the score to 21-3 if he's successful. Kick is up. It is no good.
Landry's kick, no good.
Off to the right side again, as was an earlier attempt for extra point. And it leaves our score hanging at 20-3 in favor of the Hilltoppers. Back with more after this. TCI to kick the ball off for the Hilltoppers. Ball is in the air. And the Hilltoppers have just scored the touchdown. And Hinsdale Central will cover the ball at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. As number 87, Dave Amholt, shows a heads-up play as the ball was kind of bouncing around back there. He nails it down where the offense for Hinsdale Central can get to work. They're down 20-3, a 17-point bulge for the Hilltoppers.
Keith Salyers for the Hilltopper, showing some real speed on that kickoff coverage.
Hinsdale Central, Coffee keeps the ball, and he's banged as he hits the line of scrimmage.
Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9.
Give him a yard on a play, 2nd down 9.
Number 61, Mike Schulte, 6'3", 210 pounds on the defense.
Coffee sets up the pass. The intended receiver is Amholt.
Intended for number 87, Amholt.
Overthrows the intended receiver.
By number 41, Chuck Venkus. 3rd down and 9.
Number 41, Chuck Venkus on the coverage for Glenbard.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 3 minutes 36 seconds remaining, third quarter. Coffee waiting for the play to come in. They whistle the start of the time clock between plays. Hinsdale Central, Coffee turns, spins, throws the ball up, and Amholt makes a nice catch. Whirling in the air, brings the ball out to about the 43, 44 yard line. First and 10 for the Red Devils.
Number 22, Scott Wagner, making sure he doesn't whirl any farther.
So nice pickup on the play by Hinsdale Central. That was one of the better gainers for the day for Coffee and company. That's Pete Whitwer. Again, Amholt near midfield. Ball spot at the 49-yard line.
And he was sandwiched in between two of the Glenbard defenders, Kevin Cashman, number 30, and Brian Sweet, number 31.
Give him 6 on the play call and second down and 4. Ball just short of midfield strike.
That was the Oreo sandwich play.
A little bit like it. Motion. That's number 42, Pete Calander. Coffee back to pass, and he's going to be buried by the Hilltoppers.
Coffee is sacked by number 80.
Brought down by number 42.
Von Fowler,
Doug Ellinger, number 61. Mike Schulte, and number 86.
Von Fowler's
Ball's
number
all the way
86.
back to the 36-yard line.
Ball moves back to the 36-yard line.
It's
Out
third
of
down at about 18.
for Hinsdale Central. Coffee keeps the ball, cuts
on
inside,
the keeper.
and gets back to
Tripped up by number
near the original line of
42,
scrimmage.
Doug Ellinger.
It'll bring up fourth down for Hinsdale Central. And we'll see puck into punt with Zurawski
Fourth down
back
and
deep
12.
to cover the punt for Glenbard West.
Number 42, Doug Ellinger, made the initial contact.
Number 12, Scott Puck into punt for Hinsdale.
Puck had the last punt blocked, which led no pressure on the punt. Good punt by Puck. Zurawski takes the ball and gets the handle of it at the 15-yard line, where it'll be first and 10 for the Hilltoppers.
Glenbard West.
Kind of bounced off his pads, but he was able to gather up his senses and get back around and cover the ball.
Number 44, Pat Petrie, 5'10", 190, racing down for Hinsdale.
So Jason Dukes joins the huddle. You see him there joining up with his Hilltopper teammates. See what he can do now to perhaps extend this lead with him. Zurawski gets the pitch, comes wide, near side, and he'll be forced out of bounds just short of the 20. Call it at the 19. Pick up a 4 on the play. Second down and 6 coming for the Hilltoppers.
Number 34, Pete Witter for the Hinsdale Red Devils, just bucked him out of bounds with his helmet. Knocked him out of bounds.
Good pursuit stringing out the play as Zurawski was trying to get outside. And good contained defense from Hinsdale Central as they held it to 4. Zurawski with the ball again comes near side. He's going to be gathered up at about the 24-yard line.
51, Keith Wilson.
Brought down by number 51, Keith Wilson, 6'2",
Ballpark to the
202-pound
25-yard
senior.
line.
Just short of the
Third down and
25. Third and 1 for the Hilltoppers. Nice couple of runs there by Tom Zurawski. Jocelyn replaces Vondrak in the backfield for Glenbard West. Hilltoppers come out. Beautiful Lake Ellyn in the background. What a nice scene for this campus at Glen. Jason Duke hands off to Zurawski, pops it, gets the first down, gets across the 30-yard line to about the 33. It'll be first and 10 for the Hilltoppers.
Number 34, Pete Witter, grabbed him around the knees, brought him down.
Roll the clock with the quarter ending on that play. We have 1 quarter left, and we'll be back with the fourth and final quarter as the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West are on top of Hinsdale Central, 20-3. It's homecoming 87 at Duchamp Field on the campus of Glenbard West in Glen Ellyn. This is TCI Cable Sports. Glenbard football will be back after football action coming your way as TCI Cable Sports brings you Glenbard football. West Hilltoppers and the Hinsdale Central Red Devils going at it this afternoon. And our score is 20-3. Hand off to Vondrak. Vondrak cuts back against the grain, pops loose, breaks a couple of tackles, gets into Hinsdale territory at the 44-yard line. First down for the Hilltoppers.
Number 51, Keith Wilson, 6'2", 202. Almost had his hands on him, but he just couldn't grab him. He made the initial contact, but couldn't hold on.
Vondrag looked like a greased pig snapping out of there. Popped right out and picked up extra yardage. Gets into Hinsdale Central territory. Big gainer on the ground for the Hilltoppers.
26-yard gain.
They go far side. Zurawski is the ball carrier. Picks up about 4 on the play call, a second down 6.
Brought down by number 42, Pete Calander, 5'10", 190. He stopped him.
Now Glenbard West keeping it on the ground with the big lead, and we're at 11 minutes left for the game. The ground game really starting to assert itself now for Glenbard West, as they move the ball smartly up the field, and the handoff appears to be to Zurawski. He'll be short of the first down. Looks like about a yard to go. He'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Brought down by number 34, Pete Witter, 5'7", 150.
Vondrag goes back into the lineup for Glenbard West. Duke brings him out for Glenbard West. In the slot, Wagner goes in motion. Hand off to Vondrag. Ball's fumble is on the ground. It's being picked up. Finally, it looks like Jason Duke fell on the ball for Glenbard West. We'll have to see as they unstack him.
Number 34, Pete Witter, had his hands on the ball for Hinsdale, but just couldn't keep his hands on the ball and slipped out.
Didn't cover it real well as he was trying to do something with it, as he was trying to fall on it. And Jason Duke, Johnny on the spot, and quite agile as he gathers up the ball.
On the fumble, Hinsdale picked it up and tried to run with it, and then they lost the ball prior to Duke recovering.
Number 14, Matt Johnson in for Glenbard.
Well, actually, they call that 2 fumbles on the play, and it ends up being a first down for the Hilltoppers. Well, had it, then they lost the ball, and Glenbard West got it back, so it's 1st and 10. Pitch back to Zurawski, cuts upfield, and gets across the 35-yard line to about the 34.
Number 51, Wilson at the 33.
Boy, number 58, Matt Rafferty, 6'2", 205. Really aggressive for the Hinsdale Red Devil defense.
Pick up a 6 on the play by Zurawski, call it 2nd down 4. As the Hilltoppers keep it going on the exchange. Pass play, that's number 83, Jay Charlin with the reception coming over the middle and gets the ball near the 20-yard line. They spot it at the 21-yard line, 22 actually, 1st and 10, Hilltoppers.
Number 34, Pete Witter for the Hinsdale Red Devil defense on the stop.
9 minutes and 13 seconds and counting left in our contest. It's a 17-point bulge by the Hilltoppers on top of Hinsdale Central, 20-3. Duke hands the ball off to Zurawski. Zurawski gathers it up.
Zurawski up close to the 15. There's a flag.
Gets near the 15-yard line. I think we're going to see a penalty against Glenbard West on the play, as Charlin looks like he was moving upfield on that play and might have drawn the flag. We'll have to see.
Brought down by number 51, Scott, 6'2", 202-pound senior Keith Wilson. Grabbed him around the midsection and made the tackle.
All goes for naught as we have the penalty that brings the ball all the way back to the 31-yard line. Clipping called on the Hilltoppers. First and 20.
22.
Ball at the 31-yard line. Duke sets up the pass. Wagner's the intended receiver. He's out there. Oh, just off his fingertips at the goal line.
Pass incomplete.
Number 34, Pete Witter, on him like bees on honey for the pass coverage.
Just one less biscuit for breakfast, and maybe they connect. Vondrag brings the play in. 8 minutes and 42 seconds remaining as the incomplete pass stops the clock. Jason Duke brings him out. Motion is Wagner. And they hand off again to Wagner on that flanker handoff.
Looked like he tripped over the Red Devil defender P.H. Nafa.
Got a hand on that shoot top and dragged him down.
6-yard line.
Wagner comes out now.
14.
Pick up of about 6 on the play. It brings up 3rd down and 14 yards to go. For the first down, they have to get all the way to the 11-yard line to pick up a new set of downs. Sweet, he was the motion man, and he gets the ball, and he gets spun around and nailed inside the 15-yard line. It'll be short of the first down by about 3 yards. It'll bring up 4th and 3
14-yard line.
for the Hilltoppers.
Number 13, John Smith for Hinsdale on the tackle.
Timeout, Hilltopper.
We have a Hilltopper timeout, and we'll take this timeout on TCI Cable Sports. 7 minutes, 43 seconds remaining. Our score, you see it, 20-3 in favor of the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. Back after this. You could take your choice, a 4th and 2 or a 4th and 3, and we'll see if Glenbard West is going to be able to convert and keep control of the ball in the winning stages of this contest on this kind of a gray homecoming Saturday afternoon. Lots of good spirits, though, in the stands as all the returning honored classes are here with some good representation. A lot of fun out here. We met the homecoming queen in her court, who you saw just as we came back to action. Jason Duke now, as Wagner goes in motion. They hand off to Zurawski. Zurawski is going to have the first down and more. It'll be 1st and goal for the Hilltoppers. Ball down at about the 7-yard line.
Number 58, Matt Rafferty for Hinsdale. 6'2", 205. The Beef made the stop.
Now they spot the ball about the 8-yard line now. So we'll call it 1st and goal from the 8. It's remaining in the contest. And a pitch back to Zurawski. Zurawski motors down to about the 1-yard line. A pickup of 7. It'll call 2nd and 1.
Number 51, Keith Wilson. Just had a hand on the jersey, but couldn't hold on to it.
2nd and goal.
And did not make the stop.
I've been waiting for 52 from Hinsdale Central to come in all day. Steel Sokola. I like that name, Steel Sokola.
Kind of rolls off your tongue.
Yeah. Go for it, hand off to Zurawski, touchdown, Hilltoppers! Rolls the score up to 26-3. And we'll see if we're going to get the kick for extra point, or they're going to try for 2. Let's see.
There goes number 14, Matt Joslin.
Goes in with what Coach Covert wants to do, and they're going to go and try for 2 for the Hilltoppers. Hand off, no. Duke keeps the ball, cuts back in. No, he's not going to make it.
The keeper stopped short in the conversion attempt.
So with 6 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the game, our score is 26-3 in favor of Glenbard West's Hilltoppers over the Red Devils of Hinsdale Central. We'll be back right after this.
Hello.
The fans start to head for the exits as they get prepared for tonight's homecoming dance. Female fans want to get home and get ready for the big dance tonight. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. Maybe go out to dinner, something like that.
Sharp
Kickoff back to about the 7-yard line. Hinsdale Central's Amholt brings it up the field and gets it across the 40 to the 41. 1st and 10, Hinsdale Central.
Number 32, Mike Vondrak put the kibosh in at Hinsdale Red Devil.
The kibosh. The kibosh.
Ball at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for Hinsdale.
New quarterback in there for Hinsdale Central, number 12, Scott Puck. At the cue for Hinsdale Central. Puck keeps the ball. They stay with pretty much the same 3 or 4 plays. They've tried that play right over right tackle and guard all afternoon and just haven't been successful with it on the quarterback keeper.
Brought down by number 86, Vaughn Fowler for Glenbard.
6 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the game. We see Rob Harbour warming up here on the Glenbard West sideline. Imagine we'll see him if Glenbard West gets the ball back, which I think they will at least one more time. Ooh, We had Glenbard West defense. Whoa, did they have him coming? Kevin Cashman was coming like a freight train.
And number 76, Jeremy Bargill, was a caboose. 6 foot, 2.5, 235. The freight train shuffle for Glenbard.
And there was a fumble on the play as it's recovered by Glenbard West.
Barabas on the fumble. Hilltoppers ball.
Barabas on the recovery, and the Hilltoppers go back to the O. And we'll see if Rob Harbour now can put some numbers in the book for this homecoming afternoon, 1987.
12, Rob Harbour.
26-3 is our score. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remain. Looks like we had a little action early there as somebody from Hinsdale Central may have shot across the line ahead of the snap. And we'll see. Now it looks like Glenbard West is moving back. They call it offsides. No, it's offside against Hinsdale Central.
Number 42, Doug Ellinger. Number 30, Kevin Cashman in for the Glenbard.
Moves it forward 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 5 for the Hilltoppers. As Dave said, you see Ellinger into the contest. Cashman is in there. Does look like Zurawski's still in there, though. Yes, he is. And we have timeout called by Glenbard West. They all look kind of confused coming out of the huddle on that one. So Coach Covert is going to want to kind of talk about it and say, hey, guys, this is what this one is. He'll draw them the picture with all the X's and the O's and all that kind of stuff. And Hinsdale Central's coaching staff moves out to talk to the ball club a little bit.
There's a water girl.
And you see some of the ducks out on Lake Ellyn there as the blimp gets us a nice high shot again. That's the famous whatchamacallit blimp. As we slowly take that shot back, you see the crowd starting to come into there. Look at the beautiful colors out there. The oranges and the yellows and the reds and some of the trees are still kind of green. The pond is looking kind of smooth out there.
You can stay right here in Illinois and see the autumn colors.
Bondrak with the ball and gets the ball up near the 20-yard line. Probably spotted about the 21. And that'll be enough for a first down. 1st and 10, Hilltoppers.
Brought down by number 12, Red Devils Scott Puck, 6 foot, 187, a junior.
So Rob Harbour piloting the Hilltopper juggernaut.
That's a good word.
He pitches back to Bondrak, a little stutter step. It's Cashman on the carry.
Cashman, the ball carrier.
Pat Petrie, number 44, just about had his hands around his legs, and he just about tripped him, it looked like, with his...
No gain on the play. 2nd down, 10. Waning moments of this. They've had a couple of heartbreaking losses over the last couple of weeks.
On the play.
There was a fumble on the play. Hinsdale Central say they have it, but it looks like the officials disagree and say the ball goes back to the Hilltoppers. No gain on the play again. It stays right where it was at. 3rd down, 10. Matt Joslin. So it's Joslin and Bondrak in the backfield. The slot man is Ellinger. Handoff is to Bondrak. Ball to about the 8-yard line. And they stop the clock with 3:03 remaining. Spot the ball at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal
for the
Hilltoppers.
Brought down by number 13 for the Red Devil defense, John Smith, 6 foot, 164, a senior.
And that starts to move even more fans to the exits themselves. We see on the move Matt Joslin near the goal line. No, wrestle out of bounds at about the 4-3.
Boy, number 13,
and we
John
have a penalty
Smith.
Flag thrown. A little frustration starting to show on the part of the Red Devils from Hinsdale Central. It's tough to get your teeth knocked back in at you.
That's for sure. Number 58, Matt Rafferty, particularly showing a lot of aggression on that tackle.
Coach brings him out, settle him down a little bit, moves the ball all the way to the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal on the penalty. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, and it's a touchdown for Matt Joslin as the Hilltoppers now extend their lead to 32-3. And a big win stacking up here for Glenbard West on this homecoming afternoon for 1987.
Boy number 44, Pat Petrie, just shaking his hands in disgust. He couldn't make that tackle.
For the extra point for the Hilltoppers.
Landry will try the extra point, and we still have 2:37 remaining. Landry's kick is no good as he kind of chubbed it, hit the ground behind the ball before he hit the ball, and that stops the action as the teams start to take the field for the kickoff, and we'll be back with that kickoff right after this. To kick off is number 24, that's Jason Lord for Glenbard West.
Jason Lord to kick off for the Hilltoppers.
Hilltoppers on top, 32-3. Ball is in the air. Comes down about the 14-yard line, and Amholt is on the roll. One man to beat.
Number 87, Dave Amholt on the return.
And he doesn't get it.
Stopped by number 31.
He did beat number 31, Brian Sweet.
The 47-yard line.
Brian Sweet with a nice open field tackle, nails Amholt, and saves the touchdown because he was almost like a runaway freight train, and we got all kinds of new people out there, and we'll just try and spot them as we can.
Number 53, Garcia.
At quarterback for Hinsdale Central, it's number 12, Scott Puck. Number 12, Puck is back to throw, and the ball is not in anybody's reach. The intended receiver was Amholt.
Tim Elliott. Number 23, Drew Wade. Number 40, Matt Spalding. And number 74,
Elliott on the coverage for Glenbard West.
85, Mike Cozy.
Also in number 85, Mike Cozy.
Number 34 for Hinsdale Red Devils, Pete Witter into the combat.
You got 88?
Yeah.
86.
Forms in there for the Hilltoppers. And the ball is kept by Puck. He breaks a couple of tackles. Puck down the field. Puck is going to go out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Keeper out of bounds about the 1-yard line.
It'll be first and goal for Hinsdale Central at the 1. And Puck broke a couple of tackles just across the line of scrimmage and then kept on motoring.
Boy number 23, Drew Wade for the Hilltoppers. This couldn't quite hold on to him, almost, but couldn't.
Ball stops, the ball going out of bounds stops the clock with 1 minute, 46 seconds remaining. 32-3 is our score. Hinsdale Central on the move. Puck, the quarterback, hands off, second man through. That's Killander. No, number 40. That is Bill Crump. And he scores the touchdown for Hinsdale Central. 32-9 is our score now with 1 minute, 43 seconds remaining. And that'll bring on the kicker, number 14, Quinn Mentone.
Good football name.
Quinn Mentone in attempting the extra point.
Now that sounds more like a singer. Quinn Mentone. It's not a real football-y kind of name. Tumbleson, that's a football kind of name.
Rough and Tumbleson.
Timeout Hinsdale.
Yeah, Rough and Tumbleson. Timeout Hinsdale Central. We'll pause, be back right after this on TCI Cable Sports. It's Glenbard football. Homecoming 87. Glenbard West on top 32-9. See what they're going to do now as far as the extra point is concerned. They're going for 2. As Scott Puck, the quarterback, will have 3 running backs in there behind him. Expected maybe you'll see one of those guys get the ball. Try and get the 2-point conversion. Handoff. No, Puck keeps the ball himself and goes in for the 2-point conversion. And quarterback keeper brings the score to 32-11 in favor of Glenbard West over the Hinsdale Central Red Devils.
He slid right inside of defender Drew Wade for the Hilltopper defense. Right by him, like a grease pig.
Nice hole opened up for him. So we have 1 minute 43 remaining. Hinsdale Central will kick off to Glenbard West. And Glenbard West gets a chance to handle the ball one more time. Back deep to get the kickoff. Number 41, Chuck Vinkus, and number 31, Brian Sweet. line up at about the 5-yard line as Quinn Mentone will kick off.